SMS Pune is part of the Kirloskar Vasundhara Eco Rangers right from its inception year, that is from 2014-15, and we have been doing certain initiatives which will rather sustain the certain environmental aspects in the campus. This year we started with submitting our last year's work, 2018-19 work, to Colonel Mohan, who is the campus administrator of our SVC. So these are two initiatives. Last year's rainwater harvesting feasibility study for storing the rainwater harvesting in Symbiosis Vimanala old campus, and this was 16-17 terrace gardening feasibility study in front of the. We would like to share with you.
In fact, want any support from me? We are always forthcoming. I will not have any kind of limitation, or you can say any restriction from my own side. But actually trying to do something which is very noble, which is need of the day, you can say that. Because we may not bother, but if we won't bother, then what will happen to the future generations? So that is mandatory that we are awakened to the situation which might be problematic subsequently for the future generations. So we have to think on positive lines. Good.
This year, United Nations new concept water footprint on which we worked upon. Students calculated their water footprint. It's a very recent concept, and from that we are suggesting certain measures how we can reduce, our students can reduce their water footprint. The objective and the platform of Kirloskar Vasundhara Eco Rangers, and as a teacher, as a mentor, I always see that when students leave, they leave with certain practical skill imbibed in them, so that that will help them in future.
Our Eco Rangers team come from a very diverse background. Some come from the north, some come from south and middle India, while some come from Nepal. They have a variety of skills. Some are good at photography and documentation, while the others are good at technical skills. And most of them have a splash of curiosity and creativity. Fortunately, all had an instinctive drive to contribute to society, and I think the Eco Rangers initiative helped them do so. Personally, I don't think it was my leadership skills that helped guide the team, but it was their drive itself.
For the year 2019-20, we broadly focused on 3 activities. Our main activity was Nadi Restoration mission, which was to spread awareness regarding the current condition of Nadi, which is pathetic, amongst the localites, and to encourage them to take steps which would help save Nadi while we still can. Our second activity was calculating water footprint of our team members and making posters for the same in order to spread awareness regarding the current water usage of every individual and the impact that it has on the world and its water consumers. Our third activity was to do the cost-benefit analysis of replacing the pots in our campus with Samuchit pots, which have been specially designed to save water.
We started working on Ram Nadi on the 14th of September. We are Ram Nadi Parikrama. 16 of our team members participated in the journey. The main objective of Parikrama was to look for ways to replenish the river. There were teachers from other colleges working with us as well. We understood how we cannot only stop destroying the river, but actually replenish it. We had 7 stops at different points on the Ram Nadi to evaluate the river from different points. Overall, a live experience of the current condition of Ram Nadi was an awakening step for us on the ladder to sustainable living.
So we are conducting our own research regarding the river and how we can go about it to save it and to provide the people of Pune with good water.
We conducted an initiative to save water, which was to get plantina self-watering plants, but they were pretty expensive, like around 400 rupees per pot. So we decided to get our practical facts in check.
So we basically went to 2 nurseries in Ramannagar and inquired about the cost of each pot, manure required for each pot, insecticide cost, fungicide cost, and the mitti bags required to fill the certain number of pots, and we also inquired about for how much time the pots will last. And then the conclusion came out to be the cost of maintaining each pot, considering all the costs, will be between 100 to 1.
So at the end of the day, we understood that the self-watering plants were a great way to save water. They help us save at least 80% of the water. So we decided to go with that. So we had a proper comparative study and we did a cost-benefit analysis as well.
Water footprint calculations been an eye-opener, not just for me but for people around me as well. We've all been really nonchalant about taking all those long showers or pouring extra buckets for a little more shine on our cars. But after I calculated my water footprint, it gave me a huge guilt trip. My water footprint came to 1270 metric liters, and I've been really conscious about how I've been using water around me, and I've been making people around me aware about their water usage as well. We all have to do this in a partnership. It's not just an individual's thing, it's a community thing, and we should all save water.
One of the activities I thoroughly enjoyed being a part of was poster making. So I think poster making allowed us to unleash our creativity and channelize it for the ethical utilization of water. So before making the posters, we read online about what is water footprint and how we can contribute and conserve a lot of water just by changing our few habits. And all of us made 3 posters each, and one of the posters I made depicted how water will be on sale in a few years from now. And another of my posters informs us that 6,000 liters of water is required to produce just 1 kilogram of pork. So now the choice is ours. What is more precious for us, water or pork?
We had to research a lot to come up with good content. So we came across many facts which were really alarming for us. One of my favorite facts was that by 2052, around 2.8 billion people in 48 countries will face water shortage. Isn't that alarming?
I was mainly responsible for taking the charge of the meetings.
We usually had one meeting in the beginning of the month to discuss about the agenda. Then we would move forward towards assigning duties to various members of the team.
Moreover, we met a fisherman in Nadi Parikrama. So in that, we met the fisherman. He was completely devastated by the fact that the pollution and the construction industry has completely changed his livelihood, and he has been completely devastated.
Being a part of Eco-Ranger turned out to be very fruitful for me. Each and every minute here was an investment for all of us. In return, we got knowledge that would have been taken countless hours of research.